Welcome back. So we've been working on building a streaming music service, and last time we got some logic implemented to select the next bumper we should play, and this is similar logic to what we use for selecting the next song to play or the next background to show. So this time let's build out like the songs table and schema and the next song item function, and kind of like we did for bumpers. So a lot of this will be very similar to what we already have for bumpers, so that should help it go a little quicker. And then if we get done with that, maybe we'll start looking at creating bumpers and songs. Yeah. Build some of the infrastructure we'll need to get those into the database in production. That'll be interesting. Get to play with MP3 files, so. Okay, so can I don't really want to copy and paste it. Oh no, that was really bad. I mean, I do, but that was really not what I expected. Okay. Can I launcher? Cool. Huh, well, oh, can I, what's this do? No, that's for like more tabs. What's this do? Sidebars. And then can I splits? Oh, there's a whole duplicate tab and split on left. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can work with that. Okay. I have to learn how to use this text editor a little bit more. So let's just start. We know what we're building. We haven't got to find our way through it, I hope. Let's just pretty sure I put the wrong date on that last one. That's fine though. Yeah. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted, but that's fine. Would I have been able to... I don't know, I gotta learn how to use these splits. Ooh, songs. Okay, now this is a little different. So a song has a title, not a name, and it has an artist. We'll make a string for now. You can have an URL too. So that's a thing. Is we're going to want to show or make available somehow an URL for the song that's currently being played. And this would be perhaps to go buy the song, or to an URL that the artist specifies or that we provide for them, that would let you find out more about the song or about the artist or whatever. We'll just make that a string. And then of course it needs an audio item. Right. And I think that's what a song is. Okay. Let's see if that... Okay. So that runs. That's nice. All right. So then what happens? Oh, that unsplit. It sure did. You? All right. Kind of weird. I gotta get the hang of that, see what the good ways are to use it. Song. We have songs. So let's see bumper, let's see song. And we don't really need that in two places, but that's fine. It'll keep it open for us. Yes, we'll need that. Yeah, we'll need that for sure. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's the same other than just the permitted parameters. This will be pretty similar, I think. So that's not B, that's S, because it's a song. Yeah, and left join P. That's the same. Group by song ID, order by to window. Yeah, windows. I think that gets us there. Okay. What else do we need? Boy, I think that's kind of it. Okay, so back here we can make well, that's going to follow right along too. has one bumper, so it could has one song as well. Yeah. That might even compile. You know, this would be... Yeah, let's leave it. That doesn't compile. What did I do wrong? Really? That, yeah? 11. Oh. Oh. Huh. Can't do that. Oh, compiles. So we get the bumper. Good, because it's been more than 5 minutes since we did that in the last video. And if we do it again, it catches on fire. Oh, well. Oh, because there's no songs. Well, you gotta have some songs, right? Yeah. We gotta have some songs. Otherwise, there's nothing to play. Well, let's make a song. Yeah. Oh no, we gotta make an item first. Yeah, and the duration is 120 seconds. Yeah, okay, now song. Artist is test artist. Title is test title, and URL is like that. And the item. Good, now we have a song. Still didn't go great. What's happening here? Oh, I just made a change set for the song. I didn't. Golly. Now it works. That's cool. So what if we... Huh. 5, 6, and then a bumper again. That all works. That's cool. Okay. I mean, we can commit that, right? So yeah, that's part of adding the song. Of course that is. And this is songs. Song. Okay, there's songs. This is actually like done now. I mean, not that anything's ever done, but like this current audio play function does what it should do, I think. So these 4 functions, I think we're going to make private for now. If we need to make them public to be able to test them or something, I don't really have a problem doing that later, but I don't expect to need to use these from outside of this module at this time. Really, it was this current audio play function that's the stream, right? That's what you're hearing the whole time. So we really needed that. So I think we can commit that to current audio play. Cool. That's a big deal to have like the key functionality of the whole thing done. So, but as noted, we need songs and bumpers in there in the database in production to be able to operate this thing. So I think while those are front of mind, I'm going to dive in and start working on that some. And we got plenty of time in this video to get into that a little bit. So why don't you excuse me for a minute? I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to think about what I want to do a little bit, and I'll get right back with you. I happened to find a snack while I was getting some tea, and I was eating that, and I thought maybe there's a better way to do this here. It's 6 1/2 dozen the other. Like, I just didn't like the way that the data structure came out looking with the item having a bumper that has another copy of the item. And so here's kind of what I thought up, is maybe something like what happens if, like, should I be crashing there, or should I next announcement item, should we be able to have null come back? I mean, we could do a case here and pass the nil back up. I think it's okay for it to crash. Like, if there's no songs or bumpers, like, nothing's happening, man. So let's stick with that. And then what if we did repo.getBy? Just looking this up. And should be able to say item this might be even easier than I thought. Belongs to. So we have an item ID on here. So we don't need get by at all. We just say get, which I think, yeah, get. And then we just give the ID, which is bumper.item ID. So now we have them separate, and then we can attach the bumper to the item, and that data structure will look a lot simpler. Plus the code, I think, more closely reflects like what we're attempting to accomplish, right? So let's do that here too. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty good. Make sure it compiles and we can run it. Oops. Not real sure what I just did there, but that's probably fine. Oh, I added another song. Okay. Okay, so that did not... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Made that private. So, current, and so we need to set the, what is that, the next threshold? Yeah? What? Not implemented for item of type atom. Oh. Just like item's not here. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we can bring that in. Gee. Cool. Okay, so that should be fine then. So that's a nice thing to do. And oh, gee. It's got to be a way to amend a commit in here, but I don't know what it is. Okay, that'll be good then. So that's nicer, I think. And now, I think we should have a function to create a song or a bumper. We started with bumpers before. You want to start with bumpers again? Okay. Create bumper. How does that end up working? Do we want to hand this like like a name and a file and have it do everything. I think that's the right thing to do. With given name and... So we haven't talked about media yet. And we're going to need to handle media. And my thought is we'll keep some metadata about it in the database, but then we'll store the actual media in the file system somewhere. And that'll go for audio and backgrounds. So let's see how we'd want that API to work from here, and then we'll build it out. And then, yeah, we'll talk. This is gonna. If we pull this thread, it's gonna unravel a lot of the sweater. So we're gonna start here with this function, but man, we're gonna go in some different directions before we're done. So create bumper with the given name and file path. It's going to return a bumper. So name path. Is path a good thing to call that? How does... Oh, there is actually a... Oh, well. Yeah, they call them paths. Yeah, I like that, and let's go with that nomenclature. So, the first thing we need to do is to do we want to ingest the media first, or do we want to try to parse as an MP3 the media before we choose to ingest it? I think, you know, so there's, so actually it's going to be more like, or, because this could go very wrong. Because if we can't make heads or tails out of the MP3 file, then we're not going to build the database records and stuff or do anything. So this can catch on fire and explode. But we don't want to crash necessarily. We want to reply with an error message. Like if you're uploading a bumper, like and something goes wrong with it, you want to know what. You don't just want it to say 500 error. So we do want to like handle errors that happen in the MP3 parsing at least. So I think we should do that first. So we're going to do something like I guess really we just want the duration. Yeah. And we'll pass the path to it. So we get an error back, then we'll return just pitch that right back out. Otherwise, if we get the duration, we create, yeah, gee, probably, is it redundant to be putting like audio play in here? Yeah. Naming things is hard, isn't it? Well, let's try taking audio out of there for now and see. And we'll just do that through that. Oh, look at that. Oh, not quite. What if we, yeah? Oh man, it's everywhere in here. Okay. Boy, I'm probably just breaking something, aren't I, bud? Okay, does that at least compile? Boy, it sure doesn't, but I don't think it was that. It's that I left this unfinished. So, cool, okay. It may or may not work, but it compiles. So if we get the duration, then we can create an item and what do you think? Maybe I should have structured this differently. Maybe we should be doing a with, which I don't do that often. I should probably do, should I use that more often? I don't know. But, okay, yeah, we'll make the, we'll make the API like this. Duration, path, and then, okay, item equals, I don't like, this can't really, like, that can't really blow up. Create item. I mean, it could just crash because like it can't connect to the database or something. But there's nothing's going to go wrong with that we're going to handle. I don't think. Okay. So for the item, we use the duration and the path because when we create the item, we'll create the media for it, and to create the media, we'll need the path. Then I think that's that. So we could say we'll make the once we have the item created, now we're in a good position to bumper.change set. And let me remember, right, so we pass the parameters and the item. So this is going to be should we be taking the name in here? I don't think so. We should be taking the params in here. Or the attributes, right? And so this is gonna look like, yeah, attributes, and then even attributes. And the item. And then we're going to insert that. So that's what this function looks like, right? I think so. So we sure gave ourselves some things to build here before that can possibly run. It's gonna not even want to compile, is it? Undefined function create item. So let's just stub that out. Duration unused, right? And path as well. Yeah, okay, so that function's undefined. So we need to make that. So that'll be fun. I have some notes somewhere about MP3s, but I'm gonna have to dig them up. How long are we? You know, this is gonna be a little shorter video. But why don't I dig up my notes about MP3s and make sure I got my ducks in a row before we dive into that. And we'll pick it up in the next video, and we'll just cut this one off a little shorter. So if you see anything in the program I could have done better, or if you have questions about why I did something the way I did, please drop that down in the comments. We'll chat. Maybe I'll learn something. And if you have any thoughts on the format of the video or something I could do better for that, please let me know. I'm trying to get better at this. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it a little bit, but I feel like I got a long ways to go too. So anything you can give me for feedback may help with that, and I appreciate it. So see you next time.